Итак, знакомьтесь, боец в синем углу. Ему 31 год, рост 170 сантиметров, вес 62,3 килограмма. Профессиональный рекорд 14 побед, 4 поражения. И он мастер бразильского джиу-джитсу. И представляет Коре Амазонас Бразил, Фотон Cleverson Silva. Его соперник в красном углу. Бойцу 23 года. Рост 170 сантиметров, вес 61,7 килограмма. Его профессиональный рекорд 5 побед, ни одного поражения. И его профилирующая дисциплина борьба. Дамы и господа, из Грозного, Россия, доселе непобежденный Khaisen Shaikhaev. Рефери поединка Виктор Корнеев.
Viktor Korneyev will take charge of this bantamweight contest. We look at the tail of the tape, and there is the experience difference on the side of the Brazilian. But youth, just 23 years of age, on the side of Khaisen Shaikhaev. We have Shaikhaev in the red corner, Cleverson Silva in the blue here at ACA 121 in Minsk, Belarus.
You kind of feel like Shaikhaev is going to want to get hold of Cleverson Silva. He's got to be careful. Cleverson Silva is so dangerous with his striking. He's throws some really good knees up the middle.
Very powerful striker as well. You look at his record, 9 of his 14 wins by finish, 5 of those are knockouts, 4 submissions. All 4 of those submissions as well, Brad, they're all rear naked chokes.
Shaikhaev's just kind of hunting him down.
There was a period in Khaisen Shaikhaev, who we're seeing here tonight, where he didn't fight for a very long time. His brother continued to compete. He stepped away for a little bit. Now they're both training, and it almost seems like the perfect formula. They're both peaking at the same time. We've got Khaisen this event. Next event, we've got Hussein, and you know what it's like with brothers, especially twins. They can push each other and really get the best out of each other through training camps.
You also got to think of it in this sort of climate as well. You're never going to fail for a training partner. When you not only have the sibling rivalry, you know, you're both the same weight class, you're both the same age. There's no excuses in any way. Oh, he's older than me, he's younger than me. You know, and you're just going to push each other.
Look at that, nice.
And you always got a training partner. You know, you just knock on the door next door and say, "Hey, look, do you want to roll?"
Just steal the remote in the house and see what happens afterwards.
Can you imagine them having a grapple after every game of FIFA?
Big, heavy overhand right, just clips the beard there of Shaikhaev. Cleverson Silva letting him know.
Yeah, definitely showing how dangerous he still is.
He's going for that right hand as well, Brad, trying to bait him in and then loop it over the top.
Yeah, Shaikhaev looks very relaxed. He's got to be careful with doing so, because Cleverson Silva is very, very dangerous, so we keep saying.
Might be more concerned about Cleverson Silva hitting that cauliflower ear on that left side of that is a very impressive cauliflower ear there on Khaisen Shaikhaev's.
Yeah, but he's lucky he's an old one. You can tell it's definitely formed.
Probably when he was 3, Brad.
Yeah, probably. Cleverson Silva's not missing by much with that overhand right.
Did see a bit more backward movement from Shaikhaev, though, maybe a bit more aware of it. Nice little low kick there.
Yeah, Shaikhaev now fainting, he's going for a takedown, maybe trying to get a read to see if Cleverson was going to try and throw a knee up the middle.
Yeah, like you said, that Borisov fight, that jump knee was there for Cleverson. Got caught by the boxing of Borisov, which is no shame whatsoever. That some of the cleanest hands in the game.
Well, here, look about the levels, as in Shaikhaev's level's not going down. He's like, Cleverson Silva's high and low, making it very tricky. He's ready there just in case Shaikhaev does go for a takedown, but also he's going down low. He's coming back up with uppercut. Shaikhaev now definitely stepping up the heat a little bit here.
In some respects, he's showing the more experienced Brazilian fighter, no respect for the power.
But also as well, I think we didn't mention on the walkout that Cleverson Silva did have trouble making the weight.
Missed by 500 grams.
So we'll see, maybe the longer this fight goes on, that's going to be in Shaikhaev's favor.
Shaikhaev, oh, edging forward. Oh, that kick up the middle just missed. This is heating up nicely.
He's one of those ones with Shaikhaev as well, when you see him around the hotel, and if it wasn't for the ears, you wouldn't think he's a fighter. He's very softly spoken, very respectful. You know, You never really think it.
Oh, nice stiff jab pushes back the head of Shaikhaev. Yeah, you talk about that humbleness, that quietness, almost shyness. Spent some time with his father as well. He's a great man, and all four of his sons are fighters, but there's no ego about them whatsoever. Oh,
That was a good counter there.
Slipped, just pulled back and then threw the 1-2.
Right in Cleverson Silva's face here now.
Eating up that leg. Look at the left knee there, Brad, of Cleverson Silva. There's some wells coming up on it.
And that's not really with many kicks. There's only been 2 or 3 this round.
Fires one back. Oh, this is heating up with 19 seconds left in the first round. Ooh. Look at that mixing up. Can he get the single leg just before the end of the round? Lets it go.
Yeah, a little bit too late if you ask me. Good idea to try and finish the round with a takedown. It was quite a close round. A lot of forward pressure by Shaikhaev. But he did get hit quite a few times on his way in. But he did hit a few lovely counters as well when he made Silva miss. Came back with a good straight right.
But certainly was heating up there, Brad. There was a bit back and forth as far as finding range. Then Shaikhaev got caught and he seemed to want to catch that back. Here we go, talk us through some of these.
I think the cleanest shots of the day with the leg kicks, I say. There was a couple of good right hands over the top by Cleverson Silva.
Nice jab as well from Cleverson Silva. That left hand came straight and true.
That was a couple of good counters. So this is right at the end here where he went to try and secure a takedown. Just run out of time. Very interesting round. Both of them collected a lot of what we call data of each other. Shaikhaev feinted to go for a takedown a few times within that round, probably trying to see if Cleverson was going to be aware of it and going for a knee up the middle or something.
Shaikhaev itching to get going. Wants to apply that pressure. Oof.
That's one thing with Shaikhaev, he's got to be careful going back in the straight line. Cleverson's not missing by much.
That right hand did just clip there. You saw it push the head back of Shaikhaev. He's keeping those hands very high now, Brad.
It's one of those ones that you may not be worried about getting clipped and hurt or anything like that. But he's still scoring points.
Oh, the uppercut catches as well.
So they're landing, you know, they're scoring points.
He's got a chin on him, Shaikhaev.
Good low kick. The way he's getting caught, Brian, is when he's going back in the straight line, he'll come in, throw something, and then Cleverson will come bursting forward, and again, he just goes back in the straight line rather than changing the angle or timing. Cleverson Silva coming in with a double leg or a punch.
Yeah. Oh, that right hand's rocked him.
Yeah, that made definitely take a little stumble on his. There, as I'm saying, just over the top, that little right hand has been having the most success.
And he's been consistent with it, Brad, as well. Even when he's missed it, the right hand keeps on coming, and it's a weapon you'd want to see your fighter adapt to or start reading, but Shaikhaev, like you said, he's not really got upper body movement. He's not changing levels. He's not using his head movement. He's just there.
And he's going back in that straight line, his end, Brian, and some of these punches are not missing by much. Some of them are landing, don't get me wrong.
But you can feel confidence growing in that Cleverson Silva now. Just look at his movement, a lot looser.
And Misha Shaikhaev's just got to get a little bit more physical. I do believe he looks like the bigger of the two as well. And you know, he has a very good you know, array of skills. You know, MMA, very good MMA game. He doesn't need to just make this a striking match.
He's almost making it a macho match, though, Brad. He just wants to stand there and see who can hurt who. And for Silva, he's had the cleanest shot.
Okay, cool. I understand that, Brian. But then in doing so, he needs to come back with more. He's not. He's talking to him, and he's just not really doing much. He's like taking the punches.
He's starting to wear it as well. You look on that left side of his face, starting to redden up the nose as well. Nice.
That's a good low kick now. He's got to make this a little bit more physical. Even if he doesn't want to get the fight to match, just get hold of him, get him into the cage, take him down, but let him back up, you know.
Oh, and look at that as well, the entry there, the commitment from Silva, he feinted, he changed, he sold a shot and then came over the top as well. It's very good veteran stuff.
He's been doing it really well all night. Where he goes down low and then comes up over the top with his right hand. Hit multiple times, one of them actually rocking Shaikhaev.
I'd like to see Shaikhaev even start engaging the grappling. Let's test it there. We saw it against Elenio Lopez.
Yeah, to me, he's just hunting him down. He's like being a predator, but not much output.
Yeah, he's pinning him to that side of the cage. He's pretty much consistent. Oh, and the left has dropped him as well.
Yes, yeah, again, he'll come in with a couple of shots, then he goes back in the straight lining. And very good counter striking here by Cleverson Silva, which is, in my eyes, is putting him up. You know, twice now he's rocked Shaikhaev. Shaikhaev definitely, yeah, I would say how long it's going to be before he changes this up.
But this is, again, he's not giving himself much time to work. Cleverson Silva is so physically strong. He's also an elite grappler himself. You just know, you have the different regions, the different styles. Chechnya, you've got that freestyle, that wrestling. Brazil, jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, you can see that also Shaikhaev now is getting a little bit more frustrated. And you see, look at the movement here by Cleverson Silva. Now he's the side, he's rocked his opponent twice now. He's growing in confidence. Yeah, again, yeah, he's bouncing back in that straight line. That time Cleverson missed with that left hook.
And we saw it with the likes of Daniel Jubileo, that fight with Adlan Batayev. If you're in that straight line, throw those big hooks. If you miss with the first, the second and the third comes over the top, that's when you can cause some damage, and we've seen it. Buckle the knees so far as Shaikhaev with the right hook and the left.
Yeah, he's been hurt with both hands. One right hand over the top and then the left hook as well. And that's a stiff jab is also starting to land. Look at the head movement from the two. Shaikhaev head's there.
Yeah.
Where you look at Cleverson Silva, he's punching and moving.
I would take it even further than that, but just look at the total body movement. There's much more fluidity, much more upper body side movement, lateral movement, feints.
Yeah, the movement of a Cleverson Silva, there's always say, you can't move everything at all the time. But you have if your feet are still, you're moving your top half of your body. If your top half of your body still, you're moving your feet.
But that round, for me, you look at a nice appreciative round of applause here in Minsk. Great to see the crowd enjoying the action here. The beautiful violence has been put on show, but the most significant strikes so far are those two shots from Cleverson Silva.
Yeah, this is not a boxing fight. Obviously, it'd be a 10-8 round if it comes to boxing. Maybe see the first one was this right hand here, maybe bonk, no. You just see these the ones that they're missing just by a little bit. It will come in as that left hook, staggered him.
And even if he's not buzzed in a way where it's going to compromise him for the next 30 seconds or put him in a chance of being finished, the eyes of the judges, Brad.
But they're big moments, Brian,
Exactly.
in a 3-round fight.
Exactly that. And you see the corner there of Cleverson Silva, they can feel it. They liked what they saw in that second round.
Yeah, this would be a big upset.
Yes, set round number 3. For my money, Shaikhaev has it all to do. Can he switch this up? Would you like to see him go to instigate that grappling early, Brad?
Well, maybe, but he needs to get down. He's had 2 takedowns attempts, and he's not been successful with either of them as well. So this is the thing. The first round was close. The second round, 100% Cleverson Silva. So he has to do something this round.
Silva still looking relaxed, still looking loose, Brad.
But he's got to feel, he's got to change things up. What he's been doing has not been working. He's losing a lot of these strikes and exchanges, not by much, don't get me wrong. He's landed some good shots to his line. He's probably the most successful weapon has been that low kick.
And when you
he's getting jabbed
well,
here.
I was going to say, it's a simple thing that you can fix, whereas just that head movement, that target is consistently in the same spot for Cleverson Silva, whereas you look at Cleverson, dipping, shoulder movement, rolls, switching stances, combinations.
He's not a still target, you know, like, yeah, and every time Shaikhaev has gone for a shot, he's gone straight to a body lock. He hasn't got down to the legs at all. And look at the frames. Look at the frames. Though. Look at Cleverson Silva, how big he is up top. He can compete there. He needs to get down in on his legs.
I think there might be some fear from Shaikhaev of that knee that was on show against Oleg Borisov coming up, but he's got to take the risks. That one hurt, that dug right into the sciatic nerve there from Shaikhaev on Cleverson silva.
He's still going to see the movement by Cleverson silva. He's still moving, even though his leg is allowed. Look at the movement.
Yeah. Conditioned through all those years of experience, all those years. Now he's looking for the takedown. Look at the effort he's putting in.
Yeah, again, every time he's going for a takedown, he's just too hype in my eyes. You know?
Now you see Shaikhaev. Shaikhaev smiling at the work. You can't just smile, you have to make something happen. Another overhand right comes over.
Yeah, it's that left hook, is those looping shots have always been so dangerous.
Coming up to halfway through this third and final round. Oh!
That was a good one, that one definitely hurt. But you still got to feel like Shaikhaev's got to do something a bit more now, and not just hurt him, he's got to try and, yeah, physically do some damage here.
Without a doubt. Like you said, that first round close. Now he's got in on the leg, but again, Silva just aware of it.
He's not in on the leg yet again. He's going in way too high. He's always around the waist, and it's so easy for Cleverson silva to pull him up.
Pressuring with that head position is Shaikhaev.
We've been talking a lot about Shaikhaev, but let's have a lot of props for the way that Cleverson silva has approached this fight. He's done really well with his counter sort of striking, catching Shaikhaev a few times, going back in a straight line.
And he's made him come to him as well. I would say 90% of this fight has been fought in exactly that area of the cage. In front of his corner, with his back against the cage, reacting, coming over the top, counter-striking with those big hooks.
And it's a different entry system when you're getting pressured the whole time, you know, and you're kind of forced to fight to keep someone away from you. But he's doing it very, very well. It's a really hard thing to do. He's had a lot of success.
Nice jab there from Shaikhaev. Ooh, overhand right.
Kind of feel like he needs some big moments here.
Shaikhaev talking to Cleverson silva. I'm not sure if he's learned Brazilian in the last 2 days. But they're both speaking the same language of violence right now in the cage. Final 50 seconds. And this round could be up for grabs, Brad.
Yeah, the first round and this round were both very close. The easy round to score for me was that second round. 30 seconds left.
You can see Silva trying to counter. That's a nice little entry.
Yeah, he does very well, exploding forward. The leg kick again, though, by Shaikhaev.
Chewing up that lead leg. 15 seconds left. Oh, another 1-2 there coming over the top from Cleverson silva, replied by Shaikhaev.
He kind of blitzed forward and does really well with it. Covers a lot of distance. So when Shaikhaev thinks he's getting out of range, he's not.
Oh, final seconds.
Looks like he got wobbled there.
All said and done. This will go to the judges. Great respect between the two. Look, Shaikhaev in front of us, deep breaths. He's struggling with something. Look at that, I think he's touching his ribs there, Brad. We shall wait, we shall see. This one will go to the judges. Another technically sound fight though between these two. But we've almost classed the Shaikhaev brothers as almost undefeatable. They've looked so good, especially against competition. We saw holes in the game for Shaikhaev. Now, even if he takes the victory, there's stuff he really has to work on going forward.
Yeah, for sure, Brian. And the things he was saying, not just him being bad, he was went back in a straight line, but you also give credit to Cleverson silva, as in, like, he managed to close that distance as he was going back in a good time, and also landed a few good shots where he landed a good overhand right that rocked Shaikhaev, and also a good left hook that rocked him as well.
And we saw we talk about the holes in the game for Shaikhaev to fix, but we've got to give credit to the veteran there, Cleverson silva, as well. Showed us some new looks within the cage, looked so calm and under pressure as well.
And a good performance to bounce back from You know, we don't know which way this one's gone. It was a very close rounds 1 and rounds 3. So we don't know which way it goes, because it could easily, he won the second round, but he could have marginally lost the first and the third, and he can still come away here. Unfortunately, lost the fight.
So we shall find out. Alexander Zargovsky is in the cage. Victor Karniev will bring our two athletes together. Shaikhaev trying to get a sneak. This is close. Will it go the way of Grozny or Brazil? Let's make it official.
Дамы и господа, по завершении этого великолепного боя обратимся к судейским запискам. Итак, 29-28 Сильва, 30-27 Сильва, 29-28 Шайхаев, 29-28 Шайхаев и 29-28. Раздельным решением судей победу одержал боец из красного khaisen Shaikhaev.
And we have
Грозный России. Аплодисменты его сопернику из Бразилии Cleversonu Silva.
a despondent looking Cleverson Silva there, a relieved looking Hussein Shaikhaev. The judges split basically 2-3, 3 in the way of Shaikhaev, 2 for Cleverson Silva.
And we explain here, we actually have 5 judges here, cage side scoring the fight. So two gave it one way, 3 to Shaikhaev. Split decision win here tonight.